If you are confused over why the Income and Allianz deal is suddenly called off, watch out as I try to simplify everything so that even a 5-year-old will understand. After watching this, if you still don't understand, then you're 4 years old, you bodoh. So, on 14 October, all of a sudden, our Boys to Men actor lookalike Mr. Edwin Tong from the Ministry of Culture, Committee and Youth suddenly made a ministry statement. Just as we thought that he might be announcing that Taylor Swift might be holding a weekly concert in Bishan CC, we got a surprise instead. He said that the government is going to block the Income and Allianz deal. Now, let me try to explain what the heck happened, but note that I'm simplifying everything, so if you want to know the chim version, don't say you bodoh, here is for stupid people. Anyways, I've linked Mr. Tong's full 30-minute speech in the description of this video on the YouTube version. So if you want to watch a Steve speak about it, you can go and watch it. So, before you understand this, you need to know some history. You see, you might think that Income Insurance is NTUC Income and it's a co-op, but it's not. NTUC Income was indeed founded as a cooperative back in 1970. But in recent years, with competition from large players and technology players, you know those platforms that allow you to buy insurance online within minutes you are buying Abubu from Shopee One. NTUC Income has been taking money from its parent company, NTUC Enterprise, to kind of continue operating. You know, kind of like your friend who has been taking money from his rich dad to fund his cafe. So, in 2022, NTUC Income decided to convert from a cooperative to a company instead. Cause when it's a company, it can take money from other companies as well. Kind of like your friend now going to Shark Tank instead. Because as a cooperative, there are many restrictions which I'll touch on later. So, in 2022, they converted from NTUC Income, a cooperative, into Income Insurance, a company. Its shareholder, which means its owners, are still the same, mainly NTUC Enterprise. However, you see, to convert from a cooperative to a company isn't as easy as just changing its name. It's kind of like closing down NTUC Income and then restarting Income Insurance. And here's the thing, closing down a cooperative is different from closing down a company, because running a cooperative is very different from running a company. It's kind of like running a charity. There are also many rules to follow while running a charity too. You know, like requiring fundraising permits, only a maximum of 30% of funds raised should be used for expenses, must always firm yourself doing charity, if not you won't be. What? The last one not real one. Then why the heck people keep on recording themselves giving roti prata too? But get the idea, there are many rules to follow. For cooperative, when they close down, unlike companies whereby any money will be given to shareholders since they are the owners, it's different from cooperative. Instead, shareholders will just receive how much they pay for the shares and also any unpaid dividends. And the extra money that the company still have will be given to something known as a Cooperative Societies Liquidation Account for the co-op sector. This is the Section 88 that you have been hearing about. Just think of it like kind of like public money to help the entire co-op movement in Singapore. Because remember, the objective of a cooperative isn't to earn the highest profit for its shareholder. Now, if NTUC Income follow this rule, it will make it difficult for them to become a company since all their extra money, which actually amounts to $2 billion, will be given to a co-op sector and not Income Insurance. They need their money for the new company Therefore, back in 2022, they were given the exemption since they are technically not closing down but converting to a company. Remember this point cause you'll come back later. Now, with NTUC Income becoming Income Insurance, they can now take in investors who can put in more money into the company In July, it's announced that Allianz will buy 51% of Income, becoming its majority shareholder. People made noise online and offline, but soon people made noise about Iswaran and Labubu instead, and everyone forget about Income Insurance. Until 14 October. You see, back in July, when Incomes and Allianz announced the deal, it was actually not 100% confirmed. They need approval from MAS due to the Insurance Act. MAS obviously look at the finances to ensure that policyholders won't suddenly lose their policies or whatnot, and suffice to say, it's safe. It's Allianz from the Frontier Stock Exchange, not Allianz from Jingxia Core Secondary School. But here's the thing, MCCY is also looking at it too. You see, while MAS look at the finances of the deal, MCCY, which is the Ministry of Culture, Committee and Youth, look at the Culture, Committee and Youth? No, MCCY take care of the co-op sectors. You see, in August, MAS then provided MCCY with more information about the proposed deal. And then MCCY think, cannot. You see, according to the proposed deal, the easiest way to explain is that somehow Allianz can help Income run more efficiently, and with the saved money, they can return $1.8 billion to its shareholders within the first 3 years after completion of the transaction. Now, this can be normal if we are talking about a company buying over another company. Cost profits or cost savings can be given to the owners, which are the shareholders but
isn't Income a company now?
Yeah.
Isn't Allianz a company?
Yeah.
Then you say it's normal, so why is this news?
Hey, then sorry, this video was Sarah, so thank you for watching this video, and if you No, this is normal if not for the fact that income insurance used to be NTUC income, so there was once a cooperative and is supposed to continue this social mission. And most importantly, they once paid $2 billion for NTUC income to kind of restart the company, which was, remember, supposed to be put into the co-op sector. So it's a little weird that Allianz has plans to give $1.85 billion back to their shareholders. MCCY is also worried that after that, they don't know what income insurance will do next, like adjusting or trimming its insurance portfolio, or what impact this could have on policyholders. It's therefore a risk. Now, it should be noted that MCCY is very clear that those are the key concerns that they have. If they can be addressed, the deal can still go on. So it's not ambiguous that if Allianz and Income Insurance can change the terms of their deal, it can still work. But here's the thing, we're talking about two companies dealing with each other. How can the authorities be involved? Now, if it's about 真好吃 Kopitiam Private Limited buying 51% shares of 不好吃 Cai Peng Private Limited then the authorities can't do anything, cause those are commercial deals But for the Allianz and Income Insurance deal, they are bound by the Insurance Act, which is also to safeguard policyholders. So, due to the Insurance Act, this kind of deal needs MAS approval, which hasn't been approved yet. And also, this is why a new bill, which is a proposed law, will be presented urgently, so that it can become a law fast. In this new proposed law, MAS will need to consider MCCY's views in applications related to insurers that are either a co-op or linked to a co-op. So this, what you want again?
What are the insurers in Singapore that are either a co-op or linked to a co-op?
Income insurance
And?
The impending TikTok ban in the US is called the Protecting Americans from Foreign Adversarial Control Applications Act, which kind of bans foreign adversarial control applications, not just TikTok.
And
So given such an urgency, I think this task of proposing this new bill should be done by someone who has much more time and resources. Someone who's running a ministry that's already running a clockwork, so he or she can effectively work on. Can someone give me a raise or buy me a Labubu, please? Now, if you want to know more about how NTUC income becomes NTUC insurance, watch this. And thank you for spending almost 7 minutes with me. I really appreciate it.